Welcome back. This is the pick,
Welcome to show you guys.
and it's going to be a recap of the Bears and the Vikings. Bears win this one 25-20. I'm going to have to eat some crow. Ryan's going to eat a little bit less crow than I am. But let's get some stats knocked out right quick. Mr. Trubisky had a decent game, 2 interceptions, a touchdown. And 165 yards. Howard had an okay game. Trey Cohen had a pretty good game as well. Gabriel played pretty well. Didn't throw the ball a whole lot. They didn't really need to. Trubisky ran a lot, and he played well. He didn't play amazing, though. But yeah, I've been kind of low on him. I was low on him in this game, but definitely played well enough to win. And that defense for the Bears played really great. They ate that Vikings offensive line alive, and Bad Cousins came to play, and he played like third cousins. I thought he was going to play really well this game. He's played well for the most part this season, but they exposed Bad Cousins, and he played a terrible 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 262 yards. Absolutely shut down Cook and the running game for the Vikings. Only 12 yards and 9 carries. Diggs had a pretty good game, and Thielen had an all right game. Diggs had 126 yards and a tub. Thielen had a decent game as well. But yeah, the stars of this game was Trubisky for the most part. He did enough to win. And Mack, and Hicks, and that whole defense was definitely the star of the game. Mack attack was playing amazing. If Aaron Donald wasn't playing so great, he probably won the defensive MVP. But yeah, man, he's been amazing. He has that amazing dimension to this Bears defense. It made a good defense to a great defense. Got to give a lot of props to Matt Nagy for dialing up amazing plays and making his quarterback the best quarterback he can be right now. Give a lot of props to Bears Nation. Great fan base, and they're definitely really happy for having a team that's really good now. Shout out to Trubisky. Trubisky, we call him Biscuit. Trubisky, he played well, man. He didn't play amazing, but he made some throws, especially on third down against an amazing third down defense. He ran when he needed to, and he didn't make stupid mistakes. Those 2 interceptions were terrible, really but outside of that, he played really well. Yeah, man, and Kirk Cousins, I've been really high on him. Not super high, but a lot higher than Ryan has, and he made me look like an idiot in this game because all the bad things, especially what Ryan says, that he throws stupid interceptions and he's not clutch. All those sins came to roost this game. He didn't play well, and when his team really needed him, he crumbled under pressure. And it hurts even more for a Vikings fan. Case Keenum took his team back and beat a really good Chargers team, so it hurts even more. So. Yeah, Vikings still not out of playoffs, and the Bears, man, they if some things go right, they might have a really great seed, like 2 or even 1 maybe. A whole bunch of things happen. They may even get home field advantage, but I definitely think the Bears making the playoffs, and how well the things could come out. Maybe they can be a number 2 seed, or who knows.
Yeah.
Great win by the Bears. Gotta go back to drawing board for the Vikings, and they gotta get some more wins to save their season.
Yeah, man. What I thought happened did not happen. I took the Vikings as well. Reason why I picked the Vikings, I figured that defense would play a little better than what they did, and I figured Kirk Cousins would actually play pretty decent in this game because he knew how big the implications were for one, and he knew how knew how good this defense was. So I thought he was going to be a little more sharper than what I'm used to him being. Like I said, I don't like Kirk Cousins really at all, but hopefully I gave him the chance in this one. Hopefully he'll step up. But nah, man, he usually the Cousins came out that I don't like, and he came out definitely in this one, throw some really bad picks that were really senseless of throwing. But so did Biscuit, and I figured that Trubisky. That's what I figured was going to happen. I said in our pregame that he was going to throw a couple picks, and he did. But that was the thing that really hurt Minnesota is both of those picks. The offense couldn't get down the field and capitalize on them. To be honest, I think they either could have won this game, or it could have been a lot closer if they did capitalize on at least one of those interceptions. I think they, like I said, they could have either won or been a lot closer. But that's what really hurt them too, is they didn't capitalize on those turnovers when they should have. And Chicago, they just kept really playing their offense, and that's eventually tired out that defense, and they end up pulling it out, man. And Trubisky, yeah, outside of those really dumb throws, Trubisky played really well. I did not expect them to let him run that much in this game. I knew he had some athletic ability and some wheels, but I just didn't know if they were comfortable with him running the ball either. So, but now, man, they showed that they will be comfortable with him running the ball, and really that was to me one of the big key factors in this game is I don't think Minnesota seen it coming just like anybody else, and that's what really affected them badly is because they already got a really good running back in Jordan Howard and Treat Cohen. So not only you got to worry about those guys running the ball, now you had to worry about Trubisky. So it added a whole nother element to this game, and it just opened up that offense for the Bears, and that defense for Minnesota just couldn't figure it out. And yeah, they end up rolling through this and getting that victory. And yeah, man, shout out to Chicago's defense, man. They're on point. They're back to that elite defense that Chicago's known for. I was telling Adam as the game was going on, and I was like, man, I wouldn't quite say they're back yet, but they're looking kind of like the 06, 08 Bears, man, where they can make that run and possibly get back to the Super Bowl. I wouldn't say quite this year, but maybe next year, or years before, or years after, because if Mitchell Trubisky keeps developing and they keep this defense together and they keep developing and forming a gel, then this Bears team could be very scary. And I think they're scary this year. I just don't think they're going to quite push for the Super Bowl this year because they're still a new team. But yeah, man, they're definitely on the road to looking like a very mean Chicago team. And yeah, man, back to the drawing board for Minnesota. They definitely need to lock up and be a little bit better in defense than they have been. To me, they've been I wouldn't say terrible compared to what they were last year, but they're not to me not close to where they were last year. So they need to figure things there. Cousins got to stop doing that turnover stuff, man. If he quits that and they can get them a running game established. Like I said, it was hard in this one because that front for Chicago is just so nasty that I knew they were going to struggle in the running game. But if they in these future games, if they want to win these games, they have to get a running game going, and Cousins cannot be throwing picks like that. Treadwell, man, you got to play better as well. You drop ball way too much, because that's the thing. When these guys get hurt, like Thielen or Diggs, he has to step up. So they need a weapon. They need another weapon besides those two guys, and he has to step up. But yeah, man, overall, great win for Chicago. Looks like they're going to take the division. I don't see them, falling off unless maybe they get a significant injury like Trubisky goes down or something like that. But I see them taking the division, and Minnesota is, like I said, just going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's really all I got to say. Great win by the Bears. Yeah, Vikings disappointed, man.
Oh yeah, and I was also gonna say, man, yeah, it's definitely a neck and neck match between Aaron Donald and Mac Attack. Mac is just playing out of his mind. He had I believe a sack fumble in this one on Kirk Cousins, and he just looks like he can't be stopped, and he's just going to keep getting turnovers. So in my eyes, if he keeps getting these turnovers, and say Aaron Donald kind of slacks off a little bit, then he's going to take it. But I do got Aaron Donald a little in front of him, but Mac Attack is on something else, man, and it's fun to watch because I actually like defense. So it's fun to see these defensive players still showing that they can. Defense is still here. So great season so far for Mac Attack, and hopefully he can keep it up. But that'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe. Of course, we'll love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching.